Hey everybody, Dr. Jesse Brown here, also known as the Holistic Guru. So some of you know about me and some of you may not, but I've been dealing with holistic health for over 30 years. I've, running a clinical practice for or since 1987 until we shut down in 2020, but also running a school called the Holistic Training Institute. But in this segment, I really want to share some information kind of about my journey and it's in responding to some people who asked me about how I lost weight because my story basically is in 2020 I shut down the my clinic and I had some cabin fever. I had everybody was inside and I was inside and restless, not being accustomed to being inside like that. But at a point, I thought about the things that I could do and not just what I couldn't do. And so I said, what can I do? I said, well, I can make some changes. I'm already preparing my food at home. So in a matter of months, in a matter of about 120 days, I went from 197 pounds to 160. And people have asked me, how did you do it? Because I not only accomplished that, but 2 years at this point, about 2 years later, I'm still in the ballpark. In fact, I weighed this morning and I was 164. Okay. So most people, 80 to 95% of people who lose weight gain it back or gain it back and even more. And a significant percentage of the people who lose weight do not lose it in healthy ways. So one, you got people, they have the yo-yo effect. Two, people don't lose it in ways that are, I'll say, healthy or sustainable. And when people lose weight, they don't necessarily lose the other things or change the other things. For example, losing weight is fine. Losing weight is in some respects, but it's even better if your vitals improve. So my blood pressure improved, my pulse improved, or my resting heart rate improved, my energy increased. Okay, and so blood pressure, blood sugar, my numbers were great as well, or and are still great. So some people, if you want to lose weight and do it in healthy ways and do it in ways that are sustainable long term if you want to get long term benefits, if you want to, and those things that are attributed to what we call longevity or long living and living a healthful life. So it really boils down to four things, four kind of principles that I employ. And I'll go into more detail in another video or so. And that is one, plants, a plant-based diet. Now I've been plant-based, I've been vegetarian. I started becoming vegetarian many years ago, over 40 years or so ago. But I became more deliberate in terms of my plant-based eating, especially since about 98% of what I was eating, I was preparing at home. Okay? So I had time to do that during the pandemic. I shifted, and so I was preparing my food at home. Secondly, so one is plants are plant-based. Two, it's another P, and that is purge. So I got rid of some things that were not healthy because everything vegetarian, everything vegan is not healthy. And they got a lot of vegan junk. They got a lot of vegetarian junk. Even some things that may be considered plant-based that are junk and that are not the best for our health. So one is purging. Two is purging my body as well, focusing on my organs of elimination and getting the junk, getting stuff out. Some people call it detox. Well, part of it is detox, but it's really doing some cleansing and doing some kind of a reset. Number three is perspire. Yeah. I know there are people who are saying, oh, you can lose weight, you know, I lost all this weight and I didn't go to the gym one time. I lost this weight and I didn't exercise. I lost weight and I just, the pounds just melted off. That's all well and good, but if you want to maintain your energy, your stamina, your performance, if you really want to do those things that contribute to longevity, then you need to exercise. Your body is built to exercise. Your healthfulness is different and is more important than your heaviness. Okay? Because if weight loss alone was sufficient, a crackhead who lost weight or somebody who they had a terrible diet, unhealthy diet, lost weight, or someone who's just very sick losing weight, or people who just get surgery and they lose weight. They would be healthy as a result, and you know that's not always the case. Okay, so perspiring. In fact, you know, my regime, and those people who know me know that here it is. I run. I like to run. I've been running more and more. I ran more since the pandemic. And so that's my form of exercise. Not that everybody has to run, but you do need to exercise and you need to perspire and not just, you know, walk around the gym or something, you know, on the telephone. You need to perspire. Okay, you need to sweat it off. You need to change your rate of respiration. And fourth is persist. You got to be persistent. It's not a 10-day challenge or 30-day challenge or something like that. We're talking about lifestyle. We're talking about lifestyle over death style. Okay? Because you are experiencing one or the other. Lifestyle, those things that contribute to our health and well-being and will help us to hopefully live longer. Nobody can guarantee longevity, by the way. I understand that there could be accidents, there could be any number of things that happens that takes us out. It's not our fault. But there are things that tend to, if you know, taking accidents out of the picture, taking violence out of the picture, there are some behaviors that statistically contribute to our likelihood of having longer lives. And besides that, having longer lives with less stress, less stress, less disease, less pain and complications and those things that come from not being healthy. Okay, less medication or no medication is the ideal, and lower risks of having heart disease, cancer, and those things, and immune system disorders, and those things that tend to take us out. Okay, so those are the four things. So plant-based or plants, purge, perspire, and persist. So I'll be sharing more, but stay tuned, check this out, and stay tuned. If you comment, like, subscribe, do it, whatever you can to support this, and I'll share more with you on this and some very important things that are vital to your health. Take care, be well, take care of yourself and your loved ones. See ya.